Oh shit, we're back. This is crazy. It's like we have never been together in the chat for maybe a couple months. Last time we talked on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. You do it more
Yes.
regularly.
Yeah, I know, right? You guys should have heard everything we're talking pre-stream. It's like we should have just hit the record button and got after it. But
We
uh,
should've.
we might as well dude, kick it off real quick. How's your day been?
My day, I've had my grandson since yesterday afternoon. He's a whirlwind of energy. And I'm an old fart, so it takes me a minute to keep up with it. But
Yeah.
finally, I figured out a way. I got my drone out and started flying it around, chasing him with it. So I didn't have to do much work. Just
Hell
stay
yeah.
in one spot. How's your
That's a
day been?
it's a good way of entertainment, but yeah, man, glad to see you get the weekend off with the family. That's awesome. Always good to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I my dad and my brothers came over and we played some 2v2 at the park just right down the street. They had the goals I think were about 8 foot, so you could only imagine the fun we're having
Oh,
on
it's
that.
Duncan.
Yeah. But man, I need to hit the gym, man. I'm so out of shape.
Oh, I'm telling you, I think I've pretty much given up now.
Yeah, it's not easy, but man, like I said, we were talking pretty gnarly. I'm gonna go ahead and run the intro real quick, and we're gonna get right into it, guys.
Starship on the
Man,
That's
we
pretty dope intro you got there.
thanks, man. It took me about 20 minutes to make, but it was iMovie. Shout out to Apple giving me free editing software. I love to have it.
Nice, nice. Mine's just like, hi, how you
Uh
doing? I'm
who's
gonna
up?
scare you.
Hey y'all. Yes, Gerald reaching out to everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Endless Rage, how you doing? Greetings and salutations. How are you doing, man? Sweet. Yasi. Hey, what's up? Who do we got here? Darth Patty. Hello there. Hello there.
Hello there.
These comments real quick. This is gonna be fun. Brandon and I are pumped with some great stuff. Yes, yes, yes. JT, what's up, man? Thanks for chiming in. Mr. Lovecraft. Just had him on last week.
Nice.
Skywalker's Academy. What's up? That's my question to you, Skywalker's Academy. What is up? What's going
What is
on? Darth Patty again there. Good to see y'all's. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yasi with another hey. Is that a cat in your profile picture?
It looks like it. Yeah.
My cat should be around here somewhere. Mike, that's my dad. What's up? Pop's joining the chat. What's up?
Dadalorian.
The Dadalorian. We we were both out of shape, but we had to give my little brother some work today in 2v2 that I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah,
Endless
me,
Rage.
I'd be like, hang on.
Yeah, hold on, time out. Time out. It's so
I'll meet you
humid
down
here.
at that end. I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah. Oh man. If we went full court, that would have been bad. Darth Patty. Pumped for the acolyte yet. Man. Like we kind
So
of said
pumped.
before, there's kind of just letting it come out itself. And that's a good way to look at it because Tuesday, huge day for Star Wars, in my opinion. Last summer project we had was Kenobi, if I'm
Yeah.
if I'm thinking right. 2 years ago this summer, which is crazy that that's already been
Yeah,
2
because I,
years.
I think Ahsoka started in what, August or something.
Yep. Late August, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it went on through October.
Yeah. I know that was such a relief, seeing the Broncos get their ass kicked on Sunday and then maybe on a Monday night. And it's like, okay, come on. I need Tuesday. I need Star Wars. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I think it's so good, and it's just kind of out of the Skywalker realm that we're so used to.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Just getting away from, even though it's going to lead to it eventually, it's still away from it. You don't have Anakin, Luke, or Leia, or any of them that are going to be. Maybe Yoda. I don't know. He's mentioned in the novels, but I don't know how far they're going to take it with the series. Maybe he'll be a big reveal or a cameo at some point. But I think they're going to try to stay away from nostalgia as much as possible,
Yeah.
and I hope so.
Yeah, I would like that too. Like I was telling my brothers earlier that it would be cool to see Yoda. But I mean, regardless, Leslie Headland was like, yeah, like, could you imagine like if we had that possibility? And it's like, because she knows that they can do it. And I mean, she also knows if they showed him or not. But um she's always gonna just say stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, I mean, throw him in there, will I be happy? Yes. But if he's not in there, would I expect that? 100%. So if we get him,
Right.
cool, I'm down for it.
Same. Same. Yeah,
But
it'd be pretty gnarly.
have you, what's up?
Oh, that.
Oh, I was gonna
How
say,
you
have
doing?
you oh, hey. It's good to
Doctor.
see you here. Have you seen the lightsaber whip trailer? I know you said you haven't
I,
seen too many of them.
I saw a picture of it,
Okay.
and I'm looking at it the same way I looked at it when the Phantom Menace trailer came out, and you saw Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber. Like,
Mm-mm.
oh, they can do that, you know? Because
Right.
before that, for 16 years, all we had was a single-bladed lightsaber, and minimal movement between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Then we got the prequels, and it was just like, wow, mind blown, and double lightsaber made sense. So we'll see how the whip looks.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, of course, like we're talking to, the internet's kind of touchy right now, but it's I've seen a lot of hate towards it, and I've also seen a lot of those old Republic fans who are like, this is awesome, this is what we need in this
Right.
time. So, I mean, I have never read the books. I'm not too familiar with any High Republic characters in depth. But I mean, bring it. I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, I've read quite a few of the novels, but I'm not quite up to the era that they're in for this show. So it's all going to be new to me too. I don't think any of the characters that I know from the novels are going to be in it because it's about 150 years later.
Right.
So it's going to be all new. It's going to be awesome, I think. And
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a comment to come on there. Hey, shill, or something like that.
Hey, Disney hasn't sent me anything. Is that the goal? I mean, that would be cool, but they're not sending me anything, so
Right. I'm already talking good about them. Just throw me a lightsaber or something.
something, dude. But yeah, Patty, we're definitely ready for the Acolyte. It's gonna be dope.
For sure.
What's up,
And
Nick?
what was it? Wednesday morning, late Tuesday night? I think I don't want to be a day late on this.
It's Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central.
Really?
Yes. It came out the same time Ahsoka did. I know they're shooting in that time frame.
Oh man, so I better be up. I need to get some sleep Tuesday morning then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, and it's the two episode premiere.
Shiltastic people.
Oh yeah, we gotta run through
Thanks,
these.
Skywalker.
Yes, Los Cat. Yes, definitely a big cat person. Patty, great display there, Brandon. Thank you. We actually just yeah, I appreciate that. We just moved into a bigger house, definitely expecting the little one, so we had to get more room, obviously. So we would have been walking all over each other at the last place. So yeah, I was able to up the the collection behind me, so it has a lot more breathing room now.
Yeah, it looks a lot bigger now
Yes.
than your last one.
Yeah, I felt like I had the bookshelves just literally right behind me at the old place. So yeah, a lot of room.
Yeah.
Love it. 2 years, man. Times fly. Yes, I know the Kenobi series. It's just doesn't even feel right to think that that was 2 years ago already. Ages well.
And
I still love it to this day. I'll watch it before
same,
bed.
same. I'll watch it. I love that show.
Yes.
People can say whatever they want about it, the Riva or whatever. She only had like 15 minutes of screen time or 20. She didn't ruin the show for me. The
Yeah.
dialogue between Anakin and Obi-Wan and then Vader and Obi-Wan was just that made it for me. That made A
Yeah.
New Hope so much better.
Yeah, I agree, dude, because and that really shows you, when Vader told him, last time we met, I was just a learner. And, Obi-Wan's still getting him, at this
Yeah,
point,
he's still schooling him.
Yeah. And, and that plays in, it adds so much more weight. And dude, Reva, as much as people don't like her, I think Moses Ingram's dope. I think she's a good actress, and I think she did a great job for what she was supposed to do. And
Yep.
if you paid a lot of attention, you knew that one of the Inquisitors was going to get a lot of attention out of the whole group, and it just happened to be Reva. Sorry,
Yep.
sorry. Like,
Yep. I mean, the Grand Inquisitor's head shape bugged me a little bit at first, but then I got used to it, and I was like, so what?
yeah, it's a live
It's going
action.
from animation to live action. It's
Yeah,
and Rebels is stylized anyway. Rebels was drawn as if it was concept art rather
yes,
than the Clone Wars style. So you're seeing concept in animation form, where live action you can't really do that.
yeah. That's a good way to put it too, because like obviously going from the animation to live action, it's just like us, like Powans. Yeah, they're skinnier, skinnier shape structure, but like I might have a fatter head than you, or vice versa. We
Well,
all come in different shapes and sizes.
and also has explained that the Grand Inquisitor was younger than most of the ones we'd already seen.
And there's
And the
another good
older
point.
they get, the taller they get, the more elongated their heads get, and all that stuff. So I don't know how true that is to canon, but it makes sense to me. That makes it great.
Yeah, I'm down with that. My lightsaber is like Maul, but purple like Windu. Ooh, Darth Windu.
Nice.
Maul dude.
Dark Windu.
Win Maul. Yeah.
I would
Tight.
not be opposed to see Windu go to the dark side.
Oh yeah. We know he taps in a little bit. Plus,
Yeah.
maybe if Samuel L. Jackson tapped into the dark side, maybe we could get the all famous MFer quote from Samuel L. Jackson in Star Wars. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. Say what again?
Hey, Shiltastic people. Hey, what's up? That's us. That is us to a T.
Yep. Just need the money for it.
Yep. I will tell you, Disney bought nothing behind me, or in front of me, or beside me, anything. If anything,
No.
Disney's a shill for me because I give them my money.
Right. We're their sponsor.
Yeah. I love that on your show. Every time I watch one of your videos, you're like, and we're gonna go ahead and give a moment to our sponsor, which is me.
Me. I pay for the shit. This is mine.
Yeah. Here, Star Wars always comes out at 3 a.m. See, that's how it is here too, and depending where you are, because we'll have to wait till like 2 a.m. for Mando or Bad Batch to come out, and by that time it's just like, okay, I got my nap in, or I went to bed early to watch it, and the homies in the UK are watching it at 8 a.m., which would be beautiful if we could do that here. But I mean, I'll take it the night before.
Right. I'll take it late Tuesday night rather than 3 a.m.
Yes.
Wednesday morning, because that means I gotta get up at 2 a.m. and I just went to bed at like 9. The rest of the day I'm at work. I'm like, just leave me alone. Get away from me.
Yeah, I feel that way too, especially when I have to work in the mornings. I'm just kind of like, hopefully there's not too much to run through this morning, because it's just those late nights watching, and you want to retain so much information that they give you in the short amount of time, and it's just yeah.
Yeah, I might be up all night anyway. I'll be at work the next day. Leave me alone.
Don't talk to me.
I hate you all.
Academy here again. You can, but not many people want to sit in makeup for 3 hours before filming every day. Yeah, that's
Especially for a short role like the Grand Inquisitor had. He didn't have much screen time, so who'd want to sit in there for that long for 2 seconds of screen time?
yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, I mean, and damn, dude, Rupert Friend, another phenomenal actor, he killed that spot, and he
Yep,
didn't even watch a single episode of Rebels to understand the Grand Inquisitor, and
right.
killed it.
And you got it. You got it. It's like right
Man,
there. They're like, let's explain. No, I'm going to do this my way.
yeah,
I mean, just
don't,
sit down and watch me. Hold
yeah,
my
and I
beer.
like, yeah, hold my spotchka, I got this. Yeah, and I just found out or just made the connection that John Isaacs is the voice actor for the Grand Inquisitor, but he's also Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter. And my wife's a huge Harry Potter fan, and I would have never connected that ever.
Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, Jason Isaac. Did I say John?
Yeah.
John Isaacs? Who's that? I'm making up people in my
Yeah, he's
head.
got a little fat brother that hangs around him sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I was just like, no shit. That's who that is. And
Yeah.
when you think of Lucius and you like hear him, maybe scolding Dobby or even Malfoy, you're just like, oh yeah, I can hear the tone. So yeah.
Or being highbrow to Harry Potter, looking
Yeah.
down on him. Yep.
Yeah.
It was
I
there.
always hated that. It's like, stop it. You be nice to Harry.
Yeah, they're making a Harry Potter series for HBO. I'm not sure how that's gonna
Does
go.
it take place before?
No, it's a reboot
Oh.
or a whole remake. So it's gonna be a series, and each season's gonna be one of the books.
Oh.
I like the original so much. I don't know how I feel about this.
That's what I'm saying. 1 and 2, I'm like, Sorcerer's Stone, and I love that one. And my wife loves the kind of the newer ones. But I'm just like, dude, that's what I grew up on. And I just had 1 and 2. Like, so when Prisoner of Azkaban came out, I was just like, yeah, cool, but yeah, the 1 and 2, just yeah, don't remake things. Leave them alone.
Right, right. I mean, Deathly Hollows 1 and 2 were amazing. They're soul crushing. How are you going to top that?
Yeah. Man, it's gonna be weird. I didn't even know about that. So thanks for the news.
Oh, no problem.
Endless rage here once again. So with that in mind, reanimation style, do you think the Ahsoka Mando series had any similarities to the Clone Wars style? What you think, Gerald?
As far as the visualizations, no, not really. The old Clone Wars before season 7, before the Bad Batch and all of that, you could see brushstrokes and everything on people's faces, on their armor and stuff like that, because it was a new technique being developed. And in the Mandalorian, everything looked dirty and used, where in the Clone Wars, everything was still clean. It was still during the prequel era. It was nice and clean and unused, where in the Mandalorian, it's all beat up and battered. It just looks like it's been through hell, especially their armor and their ships and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Patty Club Shiltastic. That is literally us. I might maybe I'll do a complete rebrand of my channel. That way it can grow a little bit more and faster. Clan Shillalorian, maybe. I'll just take my name out of it.
Well, we could start a whole clan, just start a YouTube channel for both of us to contribute to. Clan
Yeah.
Shiltastic.
Hey, on Thursdays you run the channel. I got it on Sundays. Know
Yeah.
your shill day.
Right. Stay in my chill place.
Slang shill doesn't mean you're getting paid to promote something. It means the people who call you that don't see things the way you do. Oversimplified.
I call it a difference in opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I call it shilling.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm old school. I don't have the proper verbiage that the hip youth of today have. So
See. I still think I'm stuck in like 2015 ish. So that's yeah, cool swag. Darth Patty, he was great in both roles. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. Hello, Gerald.
hello, Knut. Good to see you, buddy. Been a while
Think
since I've done the live stream. So
I was gonna say I feel like last time we were live, they joined as well. So
yeah, yeah.
good to see a familiar name across the screen.
These are my diehards. Love these people.
Awesome. Endless Rage. It'll be super woke and will be subpar. Hey,
Come on, Endless. It's okay if you don't want to watch it. I don't force my opinion on anybody. It's
yeah,
my
it'll
excitement. I'm allowed to it.
it'll be out for anyone who wants to watch it Tuesday, and give it a try or just don't give it a try. Sydney 81. Hello there. Endless Rage. Chill is the way. Correct. You guys reading the new 4-part Django Fett series. It's rad so far, and its last issue drops this month. Ooh.
I just picked up 2 and 3 yesterday. I haven't read them yet. I read the first one and I loved it. Kind of on the fence about it because I was hoping it would be a Django origin story, bringing back his Mandalorian Civil Wars days back into canon, but it really doesn't. So I'm liking it, but
yeah,
on the edge about it.
How long are these series?
It's 4 comic books.
Is it just your
3 of them
standard?
are out now. Yeah, just standard comic size.
Nice.
Yeah. Or you can wait until they come out with the volume set and you get all 4 in one.
See, I need to get into that because I'm not the biggest reader, ever since I got out of high school. And it's not like I ever sat down to just, read The Outsiders or something. I only read that because I was forced to. I'd rather watch Matt Dillon I'd rather watch him portray one of the greasers or, Patrick Swayze, come on. Like
Ralph
this
Macchio.
like this is just it's a lineup. Emilio Estevez, a banger of a guy. Like, come on. I'd rather just watch the movie. I'm typically more of a movie guy, but see, I'm also missing content in the comic books, the books. I mean, I will read Dark Disciple. That one doesn't get old, but it also has one of my favorite characters in it.
Yeah, it's got your boy in it,
Mr. Quinlan, which I hope we see him soon. But hey, maybe I need to tap into these comics, man.
Yeah, most of them are pretty good that I've had. Like I've read all the War of the Bounty Hunters, most of the Vader comics, a lot of the Crimson Reign comics. Yeah, no, I'm liking them. When I don't have anything to do, I'll pick one up and sit down and read it real quick. Be like, okay,
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out to Nick for bringing that up. If you're still in, Nick, what are you thinking of it? I know you said it's it's pretty rad so far, but anything you expect from it? Endless Rage. I'm stuck in 87. Hey.
I'm with you. I'd love to go back to 87.
Yeah, my my dad was only 10 years old and my mom was only 8, so I wasn't even a thought at that point.
Wow, I'm older than your dad. Holy crap.
Crazy. I really love comic books. I just can't get into them. See, I'm the same way, but I haven't tried. I haven't given it a chance. I know that I'm missing some content there, so I don't know. Well, speaking of that, what if we're kind of going into the Acolyte, we're taking a back step. You said you didn't really have too much to expect from it, but is there anything like set in stone for you, Gerald? Like you're just like, this has to happen? Or is there anything that you're like, I don't want to happen? Anything like that?
I don't want to see Plagueis. I'm not ready for that yet. I think that needs to hold off for another series. They can lead up to it and maybe, have a teaser at the end or something.
A little name
I
drop.
really don't. I'm not really ready for Plagueis yet. I think um, if they do Plagueis, they need to get James or what's his name, Luceno, the author. They need to get him involved in it um, to make that happen. Because yeah, I think this needs to be its own thing. Doesn't need to lead directly into the Skywalkers. I'm just ready to move away from that a little bit, and just for a little while. We can go back to it eventually, but so much has been done in the Imperial era and the Republic era that I just want to see new stuff.
Yeah.
Even shoot me a couple thousand years into the future. Let's see what that's like.
Yeah. And I feel like at some point we'll hit that 1,000-year mark where we're just way out. Maybe Peridia, or we'll get a flashback. Like, how cool would
Yeah,
that be? Like in Ahsoka season 2, where it's like Peridia and it's like 2,000 years, like ABY, like, or BBY. Like, whoa, what are we
right,
doing here? Like, that would
right.
Filoni throwing a curveball. Like, that would be dope.
Yeah. See, a while back there was somebody saying they'd love to remake Star Wars, the original trilogy, and I'm like, that's like remaking Gone with the Wind. That's like remaking The Wizard of Oz. You don't do it. You don't touch it. You leave it alone. Don't care how outdated the technology is. Don't care how outdated the graphics are or anything. Just leave it alone. Let's move on to other eras. The galaxy is thousands and thousands of years old. Just move into one of those timelines. If you want to do some kind of reboot or something like that, go to the beginning, start over.
Yeah.
Don't touch what's already there.
Yeah.
That goes for any of them. Don't redo the prequels either. I know a lot of people complain about the prequels and stuff, but I love them, and a lot of people do love them, and they shouldn't be touching them. Let's just leave them alone. Let them stand.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a huge thing too, because it's like you said, it's already been done. So if you want that, farm boy who has, doesn't know his parents, you kind of crybaby character that kind of just gets thrown into the fire with an old wise wizard, and then let's go get the princess. Like, it's not Mario Brothers, like not that kind of
Right.
let's find the princess, but take that same story, go back some years. Or what's going on with Broom Boy? Let's see if he comes from
Right.
nothing. Go
Right.
off from
Let's
that.
watch him grow up.
Yeah. Or, just because I feel like if you try to retell that story, like, here's the new Luke, here's the new Han Solo, like, it's already been there. Don't mess with it. Like,
Yep.
just make your own installment, kind of. You don't need to do it. It doesn't need to be remade.
Yeah, and something hit me this morning when I was thinking about it, about A New Hope. And I was like, you know what? That came out before midichlorians or M testing or any of that stuff. And Obi-Wan just grabbed onto Luke and said, okay, you're going to be a Jedi. Didn't test him, didn't do the whole Ventress test like she did with Omega or nothing.
Oh,
He just
yeah,
looked at
yeah.
him and said, all right, you're going to be a Jedi. And there was no real sign that he was force sensitive before that we saw. Now, maybe Obi-Wan saw something in that 10 years or something that we didn't. But all we knew was he was a good pilot.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's like, you're going to be a Jedi. So to me, that says, okay, the Force may be able to reside in just about anybody. Or Obi-Wan Kenobi was just relying on the Skywalker blood to be good enough to carry him through.
Yeah.
Didn't test him.
No,
Just found
yeah.
it interesting.
And what I always find funny is when they go back to the Lars homestead and they're just cooked outside, and Obi-Wan's just kind of like, yeah, I had, you can kind of tell he had a feeling that he knew something bad happened. So he's just like, well, Luke, this is your calling. Let's leave.
Right. And he even said it before that, don't go. Don't go, man. You're
Yeah.
not going to like what you find. Don't go.
Damn it. Sydney again. I like the from a different point of view trilogy. I really hope they make one for every movie. Yeah, I mean, I feel like each movie basically is its own point of view. If you like the political aspect of Phantom Menace, then that's how you see it. Like, especially when I was like 5-6 years old, I'm like, dude, let's fast forward to the Duel of the Fates. Let's get that going. That was my point of view of the movie, was just a fighting scene. So I mean, I mean, yeah, I like The Last Jedi. Some people don't, and that's their point of view. I think it all has their own
Yeah.
little point of view
Yeah.
there.
And I think what Sydney's talking about is the novels from
Ah,
a different or from another point of view for the anniversary of the original trilogy, and they're really good. I've read several stories out of them. My favorite one was Boba Fett waiting to go on the Star Destroyer with Darth Vader to get his assignment to go after the Millennium Falcon. So he's sitting in the Slave One, he's rubbing his face like, I need to shave and all this stuff. It's just
okay.
really cool.
Well, look,
It
there's
shows
me.
his perspective of getting ushered in.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool right there. Maybe I had my own point of view of the comment, or just simply ignorance. Didn't even read it. I've read all 3 Jango Fett comic books that are out so far. I love it. Sweets. Yes, that's
Sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
I
I
wanted
plan
an
on reading the
extra.
other two tonight.
Nice. Damn it, I need to get into here to these damn comics. No cheesy cameos. Yeah. What if we saw like Max Rebo being boring or something? Maybe he's
Or size
100.
noodles hatching from an egg or whatever she does.
That wouldn't be cheesy. There's some Jedi Masters who were alive at the time, though. Yoda, Plo Koon, Terrace, and Newbie. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
there are
kind of excited
also
to see.
thousands of other Jedi that we could
Yeah, I'm
explore.
also super excited to see like who's like what everyone's like backstory is. Like the light skinned guy with the like pushed over dreads and he has the yellow lightsaber. Like I wonder who he is. Like do these
Oh
characters
yeah,
like survive? Like what's
yeah,
going on? Like I know some people are gonna go out, but like what's Kelnaka's backstory? Like there's so many, and even characters we won't see.
yeah. See, I haven't even been paying attention to the names of the characters. That's how much removed I'm trying to stay from it because I want it to be all fresh when I watch it. I'm trying that this is new this time, where every other one was all up on the news and I was all up on who the characters were in the series or shows or movies or whatever. And this time I'm just like, you know what? I'll take a back seat on it until it comes out and then have a fresh reaction.
Okay, you found a new name before I will not say any other names. Darth Patty, no. Yes, do not remake Star Wars. We don't need it. It's already made. It's
No,
good. It's fine.
right.
I must say, I miss your fan fictions and Mandalorian theory videos.
Yeah, I need to make more of those, Canute. Lately, I've been on my other channel doing those horror novel or horror stories and stuff, the short stories, and been getting into that a lot. It's been a good break from Star Wars for a minute because sometimes I need that just to withdraw for a minute and focus on something else, then come back refreshed. But yeah, I need to get back to doing that.
Yeah, nice. What's up, BC? What's up, dude? You feeling all right from those butt kickings playing basketball earlier? That's my little brother.
Oh, okay.
Nick, answering your Django question, it's a simple story, but I love seeing him doing what he's the best at, and the story is just that. It's really fun, sweet. So that's a good thing because I really wanted to see. And yeah, Canute also said that he had all 3 of the comics too, and so far he loves it. That's what I want. I just need those extra opinions too, like whether you like it or not. That's gonna kind of get me more invested to trying the comics out. So
Right.
plus I like Django. I love his son Boba, and so
Yep.
shit, I'm gonna have to give
The
those a
whole
try.
Fett family.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, so tight. Man, I'm okay. So I'm trying to dig back to when we were talking before stream. What like what are some things that you've liked from your like hiatus, like kind of staying away from everything, all the news of Star Wars? Like is there anything that you've kind of like thought about more in like the Star Wars universe? Kind of been able to put more thought on since you haven't been kept up with a lot of the new news to give you different thoughts?
Oh, you're trying to draw me into that one. I'm not bringing up that theory. That one's staying between us. There's
You
gonna be
don't
a
you,
lot of upset people with that one.
you don't have to talk about that one. I'm just thinking if there's anything
Um,
else.
No, I mean, really, I haven't even been reading Star Wars novels or anything. Just taking a back seat. The fandom got really hot for a long time, and it was draining on me. And I didn't like feeling like I didn't want to go to Star Wars. I didn't like feeling that I didn't want to be involved in it. So that's why I took the step back and just stayed away from Star Wars altogether for just a little bit, just long enough where I could say, okay, people are allowed to their opinions and everything. And people are nasty on the internet, and that's how they are. You know, they feel emboldened because nobody can reach through and punch them in the mouth. But but yeah, I just stayed away from it for a little bit. That got me thinking on the one theory we were talking about earlier, and then it got me thinking on the Luke Skywalker stuff about how he wasn't tested to see if he was force sensitive. He was just thrown into it. And they said, "All right, you're gonna be a Jedi like your dad. Go on."
Yeah. Yeah. See, and I was wondering if you felt the same way too, because like they're like me and my wife will just be driving in the car and I'm like, you know what's crazy? Like, why do people hate Reva so much? Like, what's wrong with her? You know, the more I think about it, like I'll have those random spurts where like, or like I'll text one of the Star Wars homies, like I'm like, I'm like, bro, rank your inquisitors. Like, who's the best inquisitor? You know, and they're always just like, well, Reva's at the bottom. It's like, why? Why is she at the bottom?
Right,
Like, and that's
right.
fine. I don't care
She's
that you
under
said
the
she's
one
at the
that
bottom.
flew away with the helicopter blades in
Yeah.
Rebels. She's under him.
What?
That guy was goofy.
Yeah, like
Or
come
girl,
on,
guy
man.
or girl.
And like
Yeah,
it's weird. Just because I always want to know, like, you know, what you like in Star Wars. Like we all have different takes on it. You've, you know, seen all of them since they've come out. You know, I've only seen the
yeah.
prequel trilogy, sequel trilogy come out, like stuff like that. I didn't I I won't see a New Hope, Empire, and you know, Return of the Jedi like you do. Like I have my own vision of it. But just to be
Yeah, and I
like,
keep that in mind too, because when The Empire Strikes Back came out and we got that reveal, that was all we had. And we had to wait 3 years before we found out if Darth Vader was telling the truth. And there was a lot of hate for that too. They're like, he's not a father. This movie's stupid. It's horrible. It's a horrible sequel and all this stuff. So hate goes all the way back to then. But we had to wait. So when the prequel generation came up and started watching it, they knew what Anakin was going to become already. They didn't have that reveal. And I feel kind of bad that you guys didn't have that because it was such a huge hit for all of us. We were just like, oh my God, really? I mean, that's why I had to go see Return of the Jedi on opening day. I was like, I got to find out because we didn't have internet. We didn't have spoilers or anything. George Lucas didn't come out and say it.
right. Yeah, dude. See that, and that's so different too. Cause like even my dad, he'll talk and be like, man, if we had our phones back then, like this would be on the internet, blowed up, you know, like different stuff like that. So with that having
Yeah.
its own, you know, point of view, which God, I remember seeing, you know, The Force Awakens and you just see Luke and you're like, no way, we finally have Luke. And then you have to wait of the what was it, 2 years,
2 years.
2015 to 2017. Yeah. So we had to wait 2 years to see like, okay, what's Luke up to? And then you go to The Last Jedi and then Luke has his lightsaber and is just like, you know, and it's just like,
That was, to
uh
me, was kind of cheesy. I was like, okay, why'd you do that? You know, could have just handed it back or something.
dude, it's like
Said
what a
no, thank you. I
yeah,
get it.
like
They're
I don't
going for comedy.
yeah. And that's cool. I like that. I like that side of it. So Darth Patty. I took a break from Star Wars and got into Dune. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people messing with the new Dune
I have a
story,
hard time
which
with it. I tried to watch the first one and I fell asleep, and I haven't went back yet. But I saw the
yeah,
original one when it came out back in the what is it, 82 or 83. So I already pretty much know what the story is,
yeah.
unless it's way different. I don't know.
I don't know. I've told friends too, like we're supposed to go with a group to watch the second one, but I got busy and had to work. But I said still not seen the first Dune, so I don't really know what it's about too much. So, but that's cool. You got to take a break and kind of get into something fresh. I know that there's some similarities between Star Wars and Dune, from what I hear. So, I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Space Pirates, Tales of the Bounty Hunters, Tales of the Mandalorians. Yeah.
Tales of the Max Rebo Band.
Give me 3 15-minute episodes of Max Rebo. I mean, music is universal, so it's all going to be, you can
Yeah.
relate to it. So, I mean, dude, that would be awesome.
I kind of want a Tales of the Tauntaun. Luke's Tauntaun saw untimely demise. I'd like to see his backstory.
Yeah, what was the last meal he ate?
Right.
What were conditions
What,
like on Hoth?
when he didn't come back with Luke, what was his family doing?
What- was was he taken away and forced to be in a cult like, maybe being rode on by mythical creatures called the Jedi?
Right. What are the odds? There's 15 people on this planet and I get caught.
Yeah, exactly. Dennis, hello. What's up, man? What's up? Ethan, what's up? I thought this was the Nuggets championship stream. Yeah, I fucking wish. I wish. Gerald, do you have an NBA team?
I don't really follow NBA too much. We don't have a team near here. I think closest one's Cleveland or Indianapolis. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Respectable. But yeah, I wish the Nuggets could have done something, but we'll be back next year. We'll win 14 straight. How about that?
So who's still in it? LA, I'm sure.
Nope. Nuggets
out?
actually took them out first round.
Nice.
So it is the Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics.
Wow.
That starts Thursday. Game 1 is Thursday. Best of 7.
Nice.
Grandpa Stone, what's up? I did like to see Ventress in the Bad Batch. I don't know. I am old with an open mind, but 7, 8, and 9 all had some good spots, but I don't know. I still wish they'd done those differently. Yeah, and I respect that. I respect what you say there.
Definitely. I mean, we're all allowed to our opinions, and there were some spots in all 3 of those movies that I thought, okay, this could have been done a little bit different, or that could have been done a little bit different. But overall, I was like, okay, that's what they created. Might as well just have fun with it.
Yeah, and that's how I look at it too, because like even before I wanted to make content of my own, I was definitely formed with my own opinion, but seeing those content creators that I would watch on YouTube and just think like, well, they don't like it, so I kind of feel like I am kind of stuck in this weird spot, So, I mean, it's just how you see it. I mean, if you don't like it, that's cool. Could never
Right.
ever hold
That's
that
why
against
I
you.
created the channel, because of all the hate that was going out there. I was like, because I came out of the theater like, wow, that was really good. And I got on my phone and I started looking. I'm like, did we watch the same movie?
Yeah, did
Really?
was there an episode 9.5?
Right. So I said, okay, I'm going to start my own channel so I can talk about the things I liked about it instead of hearing all these people talk about how bad it was.
Yeah.
Just wanted to talk about Star Wars. So my family's tired of hearing it.
Rock on, Sydney. The Tauntaun has a story in the Empire Strikes Back from a different point of view. You're joking. Are you serious?
Really? I need to get the novel out and check it out again.
Tauntaun has a story in Empire. Dude, if you can, hit me on Instagram at ClanBrandalorian and send me that. Because I want to make sure I see what you're seeing, because that's crazy. What are the odds of just talking about Luke's Tauntaun and there is a story about it?
Yeah, I just pulled a random character out of my hat. So,
so strange in the tide. So strange. In The Last Jedi, when Luke tossed his lightsaber, I actually laughed, but was simultaneously profoundly offended. Huh? I mean, yeah, it's that comedic relief, definitely building up, and with Luke's name in the credits, like the opening crawl, you're like, oh man, this is all surrounded by Luke Skywalker, who hasn't really been talked to since 83, in the 80s. So
right.
we don't, or well, okay, sorry, 2005, when Padme's like, Luke, Leia, like, okay, saying their names, and they're taking on to, where they have to reside. But I mean, insane that we get Luke back, and then being a little offended. I can see that because I can agree that Luke wasn't portrayed the way we all thought. There was no way that I was getting a funny Luke in The Last Jedi. So, I mean, it's just a different take, but that's the part of having fun with it.
Right. And this is during a time when he isn't stressing to learn stuff to go fight the big villain. He's just chilling. He's like, okay, it's time for the younger people to go fight this crap. I'm done. And so he's just like, I'm gonna have fun with it. I know she's gonna go pick it up. She's not gonna leave it lay there on the ground for these porgs to eyeball themselves with
it. Dude, my wife would be so upset too because she is a porg fanatic.
Really?
She loves the porg. So I mean, we got porg blankets, all the Funkos, all that. But
nice.
But yeah, like, and that was something that actually opened my eyes in The Last Jedi is, seeing both sides of when Luke and Ben Solo at the academy kind of had that crossroads where they're like, Ben is like, no, Rey, don't join him because he tried to kill me in my sleep. And then Luke's like, I could sense the hatred and the darkness in him, like that. That is something it's like, oh my God, they throw both sides at you. What?
Right. And then you get a third side that's just right in the middle. Like all of it happened, but not really happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was really cool. And the way they did it was just awesome. Like everybody's like, well, Luke would never try to kill his nephew in his sleep.
He would never.
I said he didn't. He turned his lightsaber out and kind of was going to leave him alone.
Yeah. It's defense, that's the sworn enemy. That's all he knows. He's been there before. He just took down Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader, the two baddest motherfuckers in the galaxy. Like, oh my God, could you imagine the trauma? And it's his blood nephew, like blood relation.
Right.
Like, holy.
Right. And he knew that Obi-Wan Kenobi had tried to turn Darth Vader back. Somebody who was closer to Vader than anybody else. He tried to turn him back, and it was unsuccessful, and the galaxy paid dearly for it, enslavement, and, genocides and everything else. He didn't want to see that happen again. He already knew his nephew turned against him.
Yeah.
And that no amount of talking to him was going to change that this was what it was going to become later on, but he didn't do it. He had the opportunity. He could have just went, flip, bye-bye, guy, and it had been done, but he didn't. Second thought on his reaction. And
exactly. Imagine that phone call or hologram to Leia and Han. Yeah, so had to take out your son, my nephew, because it just bad vibes, man. Bad vibes.
Right. It just didn't work out. We went in a different direction. He didn't pick up his options.
He was going to be basically the next Darth Vader. Just so you guys know, don't just hop off my ass.
Right. The kid that you entrusted me to take care of and protect. Yeah, I kind of killed him.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. I know. No hate, though. I'm with Gerald on that. We can be critical without any hate, of course.
Right. Why hate on real people when we're talking about imaginary stuff?
Yes. You're
hurting real emotion here.
Yes. And they got paid to do this job. They're like, hey, you play this character this way because you're really good at acting, and we're going to pay you.
Right. That's the way it's always been. Ahmed Best, Jake Lloyd, all of them. Hayden Christensen got a lot of hate for a long time. And, they were just paid to do a job, and those were the jobs that they were picked for.
Exactly. And that's a lot of thing now. It's like, Hayden Christensen's getting all of this love, and it's like, see, like this is just years of all the hate. And people are finally seeing like, oh, the prequel trilogy adds so much weight to what happens for the original trilogy, or even how you look at the sequels, the Clone Wars, even it's
right.
Give it time, guys. Give it time.
Right. I think the sequels will come up to that too once this generation gets a little bit older and they start hammering on social media. With the next trilogy, they'll be saying this one sucks. It's nothing like Star Wars.
Every single thing that's been made has been hated on and heavily heavily frowned upon, but it all comes back because it's good
Yep.
stuff. Canute, I know I have said this before, but I am sick of all the sequel trilogy and Disney hate. These people try to make you feel bad for liking the sequels and Disney Star Wars stuff. And we literally spoke about that right before the stream.
Yep. That's their way of isolating you to make you feel like you're alone. They're
Yes.
just louder than the people that like it. There are groups out there, Facebook groups and stuff, that love the sequels. I've been frequenting them more often than anything else. I've been leaving other Facebook groups that just tend to breed the negativity and the toxicity. I don't care if people don't like the stuff I like, and I don't care if they dislike or if they like the stuff I don't like. It doesn't matter to me. Just be civil to each other.
Yeah.
Just,
And let's meet in the middle, like I don't know, dude. You don't like taking cold showers. I like taking hot showers. Let's
right,
at least we're both getting clean. That's the whole reason of
right,
this entire thing. But we want to get mad over some damn movies.
right. Just because I don't eat broccoli doesn't mean I don't eat vegetables.
Exactly. Come on. North Patty, I subbed to your channel, Brandon, just because heart. Dude, thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I always love the new support. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Pat, you won't regret that. Puts out some great stuff.
Yeah. That's what I try to do. Awesome people like this is what, keeps it going. So shout out
Yep.
to you, more than the work that's getting put in. So yeah, I appreciate that. Not joking, the Tauntaun has a story, so does its mother. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I'm getting that out tonight. I'm not going to ring the Django comics. I'm going to read that story.
That poor Tauntaun
I
mom.
have to.
The Tauntaun never came back.
Oh man, now I feel bad. I shouldn't have said
Man,
anything.
damn it. How come people are so entitled to their opinions but have no respect for the opinion of the artist, filmmaker, or any content creator?
That was another thing we talked about before we started, was that yes, may not be George Lucas's vision for Star Wars coming up, but then you have new creators, and these creators have their own visions, and you can't throw your vision at them and say create this, because I can look at it. I can draw rather well. I can look at a drawing, then I can try to draw it, but that it's not going to be exactly like the original drawing. It's going to be different in some way, shape, or form, because that's my way of art. My form of art's a lot different than the original artist. So
Yeah.
George Lucas gave it up. He gave it up to other creators, and those creators are making it the best they can, and without trying to step on his toes. And I don't think his toes are being stepped on too much.
Yeah.
He's got shares in the company, one of the largest individual shareholders in Disney. So I don't think he's
Yeah.
too upset.
Nah, man, it's and that's like the thing, like Filoni saved Star Wars. It's like, yeah, he's just doing his thing. He's continuing. So he didn't save anything. He's continuing it, which is amazing. That's why I applaud the man, because he's a geek for it, just like all of us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the only reason you need to save something is if it's dying.
Yeah,
And I don't see that it's dying, or they would stop creating.
exactly. And that leads right to this comment. Fun fact: The Last Jedi is the most watched Star Wars movie on Disney Plus. There's nothing, is for as much hate as it has, there ain't nothing broken about it.
Right. May the 4th, it was the most watched show or movie on Disney Plus, the most watched Star Wars
Crazy.
and anything else. So
Yeah.
there's a lot
Think
more people out there. We just got to connect with them.
Yep, that's right. And like even I'm not a huge Marvel guy, but like let's look at Infinity War and Endgame. Like I remember 2018, 2019 when Endgame came out cuz my best friend is a huge Marvel guy and I remember we went and watched it and I'm like, "Bro, I don't know why Iron Man is Iron Man. I don't know why the Hulk is the Hulk. Why is he not turning green anymore? I don't know nothing." But that movie was packed. And that's
Right.
all that was talked about, and that's on Disney Plus. And The Last
Yeah.
Jedi is still surpassed that. So
Yeah.
crazy, crazy. Actually, the Tauntaun that Han rode to get Luke was the mother of Luke's Tauntaun when the monster thing attacked him. the snow monster thing. I forget what it's called. It has a story too. It's a
Wampa.
Wampa, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sad. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting that out tonight and reading.
man, they'll be shedding some eye sweat.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling bad for the guy. I was just making a joke. Y'all don't have to rub it in on me, make me feel all bad and sad and stuff. I'm gonna go out and
Right.
have a candlelight vigil for the Tauntaun now.
The Last Jedi is my favorite sequel movie, by the way. Awesome. Love that.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Yep, agreed. Yep. You're almost done. I agree. Look at this love between the community.
Yeah,
Almost done.
it's
I
great.
agree. See, I agree with y'all too. You could say The Force Awakens was the best Star Wars movie ever made, and I'd be like, awesome. Let's
I'm
talk
glad
about
you
it.
think it. Hey, Brittany.
What's up? We need a new plot line other than the Empire vs. Rebel. Yes. That is a new thing.
Sure.
We love taking this step outside of the Skywalker lineage. It's good because maybe Leslie Headland wants to tell her own Star Wars reboot, just like we were saying, but she wants to do it 100 years before. Who
Yep.
knows? I mean, how many times have we seen a good character go bad, or vice versa? We see it all the time. So this just happens to be 100 years before.
Absolutely.
Best type of hate comments are the young adults who claim Disney Star Wars ruined their childhood. Interesting how that works. On the head.
Right. I mean, what kind of childhood did you have where Star Wars saved it?
Yeah,
And then you let it break your childhood. It sounds like you already had a broken childhood to begin with.
yeah, like what? It's so weird. I agree. Those are the best ones because it's like just like earlier. I feel like everyone had to have been listening to what we were talking about before, because this is one of those things where it's like, okay, did you like Rogue One? Yes. Okay, don't watch that no more because that ruined your childhood. Mandalorian.
Right.
Oh, you like Din Djarin and Grogu? Yeah, he's real cute, but you can't like it because it's Disney Star Wars. And then just
Right.
like you said, Rebels. Yep, can't have it.
And Clone Wars season 7, throw that out the window.
Yep. Oh, you liked when Rex turned on Ahsoka and then she, took the inhibitor chip out and everything was good. Nope, you can't like that no more. That's
right. Take it out of your head canon.
Oh god, that's a whole thing in itself.
Oh man,
Everyone's
I can't
different
stand
canon.
that. Anytime someone says it's my head canon, then why
Nice.
are you watching anything? You just make up your own stories in your head. Keep them in there. Don't tell anybody about them because we don't want to hear them.
Yeah, that's your Luke. That's not my Luke. My Luke would have fought everyone and fought a clone of himself. It's like, oh yeah, that's Legends actually. That's
Well, my Luke Skywalker wears a ram head codpiece with the horns that come way up over here like this, and he's got glowing eyes and can flick birds out of the sky.
Yeah, nice.
That Luke sucks.
Yeah, like no, my Luke is the one that projected himself and fought his nephew who was being a little dickhead and ultimately won. Kind of won just like how Obi-Wan did.
Yep.
It's all
Paid the
callbacks.
price for it.
Exactly.
Yep. Sacrificed himself. The Luke Skywalker we know, who sacrificed himself.
Yes.
For the better good. So
fire. After being in hiding all those years, just and that was all just like a little portrayal of self-hate in a way, just not being okay with himself. 1, 8, and 6 is my trilogy. LOL. Hey, cool.
Right.
6 is number 2 on my list. Return of the Jedi has a very, very special place in my heart. I love everything about Jabba's palace right at the beginning, and the skiff and the Sarlacc, Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker,
the little hairy cannibals. Love those guys.
Man, so awesome. And
just
yeah,
snuggle them.
Yeah, they eat people. Canute, before I forget, I have missed your live streams, Gerald. Man,
Thanks, Knut. I need to get back with it, man. Now that I'm getting back into the Star Wars mode of things, really need to get back with it. Seems like though, every time I make a Star Wars video, I lose subscribers. It's weird. It's okay. I'm not here for the clicks, views, and money anyway. I'm here to talk about what I love.
there you go. And look at all these people here. This is awesome.
Yeah, so many.
Of the Tide. Speaking of Padme, Luke, and Leia, I never felt Leia having some memories. Her mother wasn't a continuity error. Obi-Wan was holding her in frame when Padme said there was still good in Anakin.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that didn't translate well from the original trilogy to the prequels, but that's all part of Star Wars. It's clunky, the dialogue's horrible, and it's made to be like a soap opera that doesn't match up. It's
Yeah,
the way George Lucas designed it.
yeah, and like, I mean, there's a lot of I wouldn't really consider anything perfect, but like that is one of the best Star Wars movie. That's my favorite Star Wars movie, and just to know that it doesn't really link up, connect with the original trilogy in that aspect. I mean, it just shows George Lucas is indeed a human.
Right, right. You didn't think he poured over his projects for hours and hours and hours and went, okay, let me make sure I got this right. Let me make sure I got that right. And he's like, no, I'm just going to make the movie the way I want to make it. If people don't like it, screw them.
Yep, it's a vision. With Disney, we're getting amazing content every year rather than 20 years between trilogies. They can just keep it coming. Yes, the more stuff,
Definitely.
it gives us more stuff to watch, man. And that's the thing is I love, when I go to bed at night, I can just click on Disney Plus and I have a whole plethora of things to choose from. I used to just be able to choose episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and imagine having to rewind the damn tape to put it in just to watch it again, so I just get 2 clicks and I'm watching Clone Wars season 6 episode 3 or Obi-Wan Kenobi or Bad Batch, like this is keep it coming.
We have so much to watch now. We don't have to repeat it constantly.
Yeah. And if they made a from a certain point of view on the prequels, I hope one story is about a B1 battle droid's interesting thoughts. Okay, dude, that would be awesome. What if I don't say Roger?
What
if I do my own thing?
I mean, because they already show his whole thing in the Lego shows, so you get to see his backstory and battles and stuff. So maybe a different one. Maybe a B2.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be real dope. I mean, there's so many things, especially in the prequel era. Like what was Maul thinking up to waiting for those doors to open, when he fights Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Like there's a lot of cool things that they could
the confidence.
Yeah.
That guy had. He's just like, I'm short, but I'll get you.
Kick some ass. Or maybe Ray Park was thinking, I'm Ray Park and I'm really good at what I do. I'm just gonna kick some ass.
Right. He's probably the whole thing. Oh my god.
That was a thought I actually had the other day too, was thinking back to a Phantom Menace and seeing the way Palpatine just smiles at Qui-Gon's funeral. Just that little smirk, as his body's burning. And it's kind of like, oh man, like if Qui-Gon actually took Anakin under his wing, Anakin would have had no temptations, to the dark side, to those thoughts of his mother. Maybe they could have worked something out to where Anakin could maybe see his mom. Like, who knows? Like maybe Qui-Gon would have his own thing with Anakin's mom, like some say. I mean, it's like, how cool would that be? But at the same time, you think of Palpatine, like, yeah, this is why Qui-Gon had to go. So like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Cat? I don't understand those who flat out reject movies or series unseen. Yeah, I don't understand it either.
spoiled nerd boys sitting in basements with pee bottles. They don't like women having, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this because they'll say we like Leia, we like Padme, we like Ahsoka before her show and all this stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
these were side characters. They were not the main characters of those shows, and most of them had no character development, no growth. Leia didn't have any growth. She stayed the same throughout the entire trilogy. Love her, love Leia. She's a badass. Please don't take that away from this. But there was no real growth in her. Padme, same thing, badass from beginning to end. Didn't really change. Then people say, well, they fell in love. Well, that's not character growth. That's part of human nature.
Yeah.
And they fell in love with the main character, sort of. Leia kissed the main character. He turned out to be her brother. I guess you could call that growth.
Weird. George Lucas, you sick bastard.
Right. What were you thinking, man?
I'm excited for the Rey movie because I want to see what happened to the galaxy after the sequel trilogy. Yes. I think they have such a huge opportunity with this sequel after the sequels. I think it's going to be dope.
Right. And then we can finally get away from the Empire because I don't think they're going to bring him back a third time.
No. I always love the what do you mean somehow Palpatine returned? What do you mean? You know who Palpatine is. He's the only one that could come back again.
Right. Right. And the characters in the movie don't know how he could return. So they're like, somehow he came back. I don't know. I don't get it. And we're sitting here watching like, how do you not know? We know.
Yeah.
Well, because we have all of the information. They do not.
Weirdos. Yeah, I never understand. I understand that nothing is perfect, but I can't let myself get upset when my expectations are not met. The truth is that I love Star Wars with some of its mistakes. Oh yeah. That's a really good way to say it too. Because I mean, how many times have I been like, oh yeah, Quinlan Vos is showing up in this? Doesn't. Damn. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Next
we talked about that for the Bad Batch. We thought he was going to be in it, and boom, there's no Quinlan. I was like, shit, Brandon's going to be all upset.
Punching the air, just no. But I mean, like, even stuff like that, it's just like, I know one day, or maybe he won't be in anything someday. Maybe just more books or gets his own comic line. Look at that. It's one day, if it's right, it'll happen. That's the thing.
Right.
I think Ma was thinking, damn, I should have peed first.
Well, he peed after, so.
Yeah. He probably pissed himself when he got cut in half and was like, wait, was that my blood that just missed it, or did I just use the bathroom?
Oh, damn.
If we don't get a Thrawn and Chiss solo movie, we have a meetup outside of Dave and John's office. That would be cool. That'd be so cool.
I know. We want that so bad. The whole Grisk battle and everything. Stay away from the Empire for a little bit, or watch the Empire crumble under them, or watch them retreat to the unknown regions while the Republic fights the Grisk. That'd be neat.
See, I thought that was so awesome in Rise of Skywalker, like Exegol, like way out there when you look at a map. And just seeing that like red like nebula behind, like when Kylo Ren gets out of like the hyperspace, like that is something we never see in Star Wars. So knowing out in the unknown regions, we could get into some messy areas for sure.
Yeah.
Haha.
Haha.
When Palpatine made that smirk in the Phantom Menace, I'm pretty sure Dooku had just killed Yaddle. So just fully turned to the dark side. Everything was coming to fruit. Oh, yeah. That is a good look.
And Palpatine already had a plan for Maul getting defeated. I think that's the whole reason he sent him after those two.
Yeah.
So he could execute the next part of the plan, which is bring Dooku on as the political side of it and move it forward.
See, that's a good look too, because like when you get more people you know, like all of our points of views and different ways we see the movie. Like that's good that we're getting all three sides here, you know, with Sydney throwing that point in. So yeah, that
Yeah.
only opens my eyes more. Yeah, I don't get that either. How can someone dislike something that they haven't seen in the first place? Why not give it a chance and find out if you like it or maybe not?
Right.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
Because you don't get clicks and views that way.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, someone doesn't want to. People would rather see, you know, Joe Burrow go under than see him thrive because
Right.
look at the
Or
career he had.
Patrick Mahomes. You know, people want to see him get hurt and lose his career
Yeah,
rather than him be a goat.
yeah. See, in me, I would rather see the Broncos win 1,400 Super Bowls, and I would love to see Patrick Mahomes just take a break. How about you just take a break from football?
Right. Or just lay back a little.
Yeah,
Don't miss a pass once in a while.
don't try as hard, okay?
Right.
Or just
Someone
don't
else a
play.
chance. Act like I do when I play my grandson in checkers. For the game.
Give us a chance. But yeah, you know, people always want to focus on the negative, you know, that gets more attention. When someone says, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that person," they're going to be more entitled to tune in rather than like, "Oh yeah, I love that. That was awesome." It's more easy. It's easy to
Right.
lose interest in that. So, I mean, I get it, but I couldn't be that way. You haha. Such a shame that we won't see Carl Weathers and Ray Stevenson continue their great roles. RIP to both. Yes.
Right. No, I don't want to see either one reprised by somebody else. I think we're going to have to see Ray Stevenson's role reprised, but I think Carl Weathers we could leave rest.
Yeah.
Great Cargo.
Or, I mean, you know, like me and Patrick were talking earlier about on the Bricks and Pops channels that we just started, you know, talking about Lego and Funko, like IG-12 or IG-11 as the Marshall Funko Pop is going to drop. And it's just like, when I see that figure, I'm like, oh man, Carl Weathers, you know, that's who he's Marshall to, you know, the high magistrate, Grief Karga. So that definitely reminds me of him. But Ray Stevenson, I mean, they're in that same studio that they had for Book of Boba Fett, getting the deep fake Luke. Maybe we'll get a deep fake Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, if they could get Gerard Butler to play him, it'd be easy to do it.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's a good front runner to if they're gonna replace. So I love the chiss. Yes, very, very good topic.
Yeah.
Hate the Acolyte has gotten before its release. It's so annoying. Don't judge it before you watch it. Exactly. Just let it happen. Let it release first. Nothing's out yet.
I'm a white dude, and I'm not upset that there aren't a million white dudes in this show. I don't care.
There's a Wookiee.
Right. There's a freaking Wookiee. There's a guy with a weird mouth thing on his Knight of Ren mask or whatever.
Yes. That's Kylo Ren's real grandpa.
Nice.
I gotta say, I absolutely loved Balin. Would love to dive deep into a story, but sadly, well, I don't know how they're gonna handle it with the actor's tragic passing. Thoughts? Yeah. Gerald, what you think?
They could do it in animation. They could do an animated series. They could do a novel. It doesn't have to be live action, although that's what we'd like to see. I don't think it would make a good live action series to have Ray Stevenson play him in the past anyway, because they'd have to do a lot of de-aging and all that stuff. So maybe they could recast him as a younger person. That way we don't mess with Ray Stevenson's performance as an older guy.
Yeah, that's a good look. I loved Gar Saxon too in Clone Wars, and after watching Ahsoka and you know watching some other content creators talking about how it's the same actor, crazy, you know, and I didn't even know about it. So I mean it's really cool, and it sucks, man, especially when it's just you know people go at random. It's
and he was too young, way too young.
And man, if he could only see how much we loved his damn character.
Right. He didn't even get to live long enough for us to check it out.
Man, so cool. And his aura in Ahsoka, it was chilling, but also like calming at the same time.
Yeah. Did you see him at the Star Wars celebration? He was incredible. He was just like so chill and laid back. He's like, yeah, I got these necklaces on for this reason. I'm
Yeah,
really
just
loving this, you guys. You guys are so great and all this stuff. And I was like, man, this guy's just real.
yeah,
Just-
gotta love that, man. That's what makes us awesome. Can't reason with unreasonable people. Yeah, that's very true.
Yep.
Never mind, great minds think alike. Yes, they do. They do. So true. Knut, that's what I was thinking about by rejecting Unseen. Will you guys get a Star Wars celebration next year in Japan? I won't be going.
I don't know. It depends on if Disney's going to pay me for being a shill.
Dude, Disney, I know you're here. Some crazy people in the chat were calling us shills earlier. You should take watch. Nah.
Right. I mean, you guys keep inviting the people that don't like your stuff.
Yeah, we'll straighten them out and yeah, help us out. We'll help you out. But, I
Yep.
mean, I would love to go, especially in Japan. That'd give me a reason to actually go. I love the aesthetic and just the culture of, the Japanese culture. My favorite MLB baseball player right now is Japanese. It's just cool stuff. So
Ohtani.
yeah, Ohtani, dude, he's just so awesome. And I love cherry blossom trees, Mount Fuji. I love everything about it.
Hey, I got 2 bonsai out in my deck right now that I've been
Nice.
cultivating. Yeah, so I have to wait for Star Wars Celebration to come to Cincinnati before I can afford to go to one.
I know. See, and there's rumors of 2026 being in Chicago, which
That's close enough. That's 5 hours for me.
Yeah, about 9 hours for me. So I mean, shit, it's right up the road.
Yeah,
More
I can do
reasonable
that.
too. I've been seeing some people showing their cost. Like hotels in Japan, outrageous. The flight alone, round trip, outrageous. It's like
Yeah,
I will have my bank account will say, negative. I won't even be able to buy a prop or anything at the damn celebration.
right. I'll be going in there. I'll just have the thing around my neck and I'll be like,
What's up,
"Can't
guys?
afford this. Why am I here?
Can't even
I had
afford
to
to
put
charge
another
my phone."
mortgage on my house."
But yeah, unfortunately, I will not be going. I hope we get more High Republic series movies. I hope we get some Old Republic stuff in the future. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of tying in just a little bit, kind of at the later stages of the High Republic. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to see it.
something awesome that I thought that Star Wars Celebration, they had the timeline of all the events of Star Wars, and at the left was the Old Republic. So anybody that says they threw away the Old Republic and everything, it's there. They had it in the timeline that they count it, and they're probably going to be making stuff for it eventually. Maybe after I'm dead, but you young people have something to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, we
I'll
got
have to
some good
hunt
stuff.
somebody with Disney Plus so I can watch it.
Just chilling. Anybody have any water? I'm thirsty. Wait, what? Darth Jar Jar is actually a thing. I know we have like the Lego movie coming out where he's like actually a thing, but it's like if I just would have waited 20 more years, he's
Right.
brought to life.
Crap, I can't even nudge the guy next to me. I keep going through him.
Disney Star Wars haters are just bashing at this point. Yeah, they always are.
Yeah.
For Clan Ordo.
Yeah. I got time for a couple more, then I got to get going. I got to take my grandson home.
Yeah,
Let's get a text here.
Darth Jar Jar, yes, they are aware. They are aware. Who's excited for Andor 2? Yeah, I'm excited.
Definitely.
Let's get it.
Definitely. I was not excited for Andor 1 when it was announced. I thought, why? So I watched it and gave it a chance, and I loved it, and I'm ready for another season of it.
Exactly. And it ties into one of a Disney Star Wars movie called Rogue One, if anyone's seen that. Ooh,
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Who's the executive producer on Rogue One?
It's a beautiful question.
Isn't it Kathleen Kennedy? I'm pretty sure her name's
yeah.
on just about every Star Wars project.
You were about to have me Google it. More Luthen Rail speeches, please. Yes, they're coming. You know he's gonna have one grand one.
Yeah, he's gonna have a monologue in there.
Nice cat, Brandalore. Yes, he just left. But yeah, guys, thank everyone for showing out. This is awesome. Definitely gave us some topics to talk about. And yes,
Absolutely.
on a beautiful Sunday, me and Gerald getting back together. This is awesome. Just give me
Yep,
credit.
and we're gonna do it more when the Acolyte comes out.
Exactly. It's gonna be good stuff, new stuff. Hey, I love Krennic, dude. Krennic is one of my favorite Rogue One characters out of all the ones that die. but yeah, man. spoiler. But yeah, Gerald, if you want to tell anyone the where they can find you real quick before we dip, that'd be great.
On YouTube.
Bam! Look at that. Hey, you can find us on Instagram as well. That's where we do everything.
Instagram. I'm rarely on Twitter.
Yeah.
Places a cesspool.
Yes. Yeah. No good. But anyways, guys, everyone, thank you for joining the stream, making this possible. We will see y'all in the next one. Clan Brandalorian, I'm out.